Hello, my brilliant Sussex squadron. Gather close because today we are diving into a story that isn't just about paperwork or legal filings or the dry mechanics of intellectual property. No, what I bring to you today is about power, about permanence, about a couple who refused to be silenced, and about a foundation that has now carved its place into history with ink, perseverance, and unshakable resolve. There is a saying that goes, "Actions speak louder than words." And nowhere is that truer than with Harry and Meghan Sussex, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and their Archewell Foundation. For years they have been the subject of endless speculation, vitriol, and headlines designed to tear them down. Their critics scoffed, the tabloids sneered, and royal experts dismissed Archewell as a vanity project, a passing fad that would fizzle once the glow of their royal exit dimmed. Yet here we are 4 years later, with the Archewell Foundation standing not only tall, but legally fortified. This week, a significant milestone was reached. After years of relentless scrutiny, the Archewell Foundation trademark has cleared final examiner review with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. My squadron, let us pause and consider what this truly means. This is not just a box ticked or a form stamped. It is the final hurdle in a process that began all the way back in December 2020. The last signature, the last review, the last confirmation before registration is granted. And when that registration is complete, it becomes more than an idea. It becomes enshrined, protected, and indisputable. Archewell, in every legal sense of the word, is here to stay. Why is this so important? Because it reinforces, in a way that no tabloid headline can distort, the independence of Archewell as a powerful philanthropic and media entity. For years, critics have mocked them. They're just celebrities in California. They'll never last without the palace. It's all about money, not service. But this milestone is their answer. The trademark clearance proves that Archewell is not only recognized, but safeguarded under American law. It is their shield against exploitation and their foundation for growth. And my squadron, Archewell is not some hollow nameplate or a shallow PR stunt. Note, there were no direct references to Meghan in this chapter, so no changes were necessary. Its scope is vast, its reach already profound. Archewell encompasses grant-making, education, racial justice, youth empowerment, mental health advocacy, and the amplification of voices long silenced. Since its inception, the foundation has provided millions in grants and support across critical issues. Let us take a walk through just some of their impact. During the pandemic, while governments squabbled and billionaires hoarded vaccines, Archewell invested in vaccine equity, ensuring that communities most at risk were not left behind. Through partnerships with organizations like World Central Kitchen, they have helped provide meals to families devastated by crisis. Their mental health advocacy has reached across continents, reminding us all that seeking help is not weakness but strength. They have amplified campaigns for racial justice, fought for digital safety, and provided young leaders with the tools they need to build a better future. This legal victory, then, is more than a stamp of approval. It is a banner planted firmly in the ground. Archewell is no longer an idea open to ridicule. It is a permanent entity, officially protected against those who would exploit its name. Note, Meghan Sussex is not directly mentioned in. And exploiters there have been. In 2021, Harry and Meghan Sussex had to defend Archewell's name from a Philippine deodorant brand that tried to piggyback on their identity, Archewell Havatera. The Sussexes fought back, and they won. That battle was an omen of what was to come, a world where their name would be targeted for profit, for parody, for power. But now, with this trademark victory, they have fortified themselves for the long haul. And isn't that the ultimate irony? While their detractors called them flighty, transient, and unserious, Harry and Meghan Sussex have quietly, steadily built permanence. They have laid bricks of transparency, professionalism, and global outreach, while the critics continued throwing stones from their glass houses. Consider the contrast. In the United Kingdom, headlines about royalty swirl with scandal, questions about finances, whispers about affairs, the constant shadow of Prince Andrew. The monarchy fights to hold its image together with sticky tape and well-placed press leaks. Yet across the Atlantic, the Sussexes have built something real, something lasting, something that speaks for itself without the need for tabloid defense. Archewell doesn't survive on glossy photo shoots, it survives on results. My squadron, the symbolism here cannot be overstated. This is Harry and Meghan Sussexes' Declaration of Independence made flesh. When they stepped back from royal duties in 2020, they promised they would work to become financially independent and build a life of service outside the constraints of the palace. Critics laughed, predicted disaster, and sharpened their knives. But look at what has happened. Not only have they survived, they have thrived. And now, their foundation has the legal teeth to ensure that no one, not a tabloid, not a copycat, not a bitter critic, can strip it away. For the tabloid writers who continue to churn out bitter headlines, this milestone is an inconvenient truth. It contradicts their narrative of failure. They want you to believe Archewell is crumbling, that the Sussexes are fading into obscurity. Yet the United States Patent and Trademark Office, the cold, hard authority of law, has confirmed otherwise. This is permanence, this is protection, this is survival. And let us not miss the human dimension in all of this. Harry and Meghan Sussex could have chosen the easy path. They could have lived quietly on their royal stipends, attending ribbon cuttings and smiling on balconies, never rocking the boat. But they chose differently. They chose to walk away, to face uncertainty, to build something of their own. That courage, my squadron, is what separates words from actions. They did not simply say they wanted to serve, they built the machinery to do it. This trademark victory is not just legal protection, it is legacy in motion. Archewell is now secure for their children, Archie and Lilibet. It is a foundation that will outlive the noise of tabloid gossip, and perhaps even outlive the monarchy itself. It ensures that, decades from now, when critics are long forgotten, the work of Archewell will still be standing. So while the palace scrambles to manage its image, Harry and Meghan Sussex are busy securing their impact. While columnists trade in venom, the Sussexes trade in results. While royal watchers obsess over titles and protocol, Archewell invests in food, health, justice, and dignity. And this, my brilliant squadron, is why the milestone matters so deeply. It is proof that the Sussexes are not just surviving outside the royal bubble, they are building a legacy. They are redefining what it means to serve, to lead, and to endure. So let us raise our cups high today. Let us toast not just to Harry and Meghan Sussex, but to what Archewell represents: resilience, independence, and vision. This is not the story of two people fleeing from duty. It is the story of two people carving new duty out of adversity. A story of service not bound by palaces, but rooted in humanity. And that is why this week, when the Archewell Foundation cleared its final trademark hurdle, it was not just a technicality. It was a triumph over doubt, over cynicism, over cruelty, a triumph of love, service, and legacy. So my squadron, as the critics continue to shout into the void, we will continue to celebrate the truth. Harry and Meghan Sussex are not going anywhere. Archewell is here, it is real, it is permanent, and no matter how many headlines try to obscure that truth, the legal record now speaks louder than any tabloid word ever could. This is Sussex Squadron, signing off. But remember, stay sharp, stay questioning, and never stop looking beyond the palace walls. For it is there, beyond the glitter and the gossip, that we find the real stories worth telling.